Hello, bonsoir.
Hello.
Today we're teaching you how to make the energy bite that are tart cherries and sprouted almonds. My gosh. So we're close to Christmas, and at this time of the year, any time of the year, when you prepare those, it's a wonderful gift. It's a wonderful, contribution to a party where you bring something to add to the meal, and it's did I say a perfect gift?
Yes.
I did say a perfect. It's such
or
a
if you need to make gifts for like your kids' teachers,
Yeah.
or maybe you have a coworker at work that you're like, I know they love like healthy and delicious treats. You could make some.
Exactly. Your hairdresser, people, and you want to give them a little something. So it's perfect to do that. So let's start, Christelle. So we put first the food, the processor, the bowl, directly on the scale. Because my food processor, the blade inside doesn't move. Some of the food processor, when you move it, put it back onto the base, it pops out. So then use a bowl to measure the ingredients. But for us, we can go directly measuring. 70 grams of the almonds. Almonds are sprouted. It's noisy.
So loud.
It's noisy. The almonds are sprouted and dehydrated, so they're crunchy again. For you, if activate is good, which means soaking overnight, then rinse well, then you can dehydrate them or dry them in your oven. They won't be raw anymore, but they are sweeter that way. So when you soak and you rinse, you take out the anti-nutrients, so your nut will be sweeter, nicer. The anti-nutrients give that aftertaste that is not so good, so you can do that.
Is there a type of almond that you recommend?
The ones that I have are from Spain. They're not pasteurized, so there is that point as well. And not roasted. You have to be raw nuts. Okay, the next ingredients are tart cherries, and we have 55 grams of that. So that brings us to 125. And the cherries is the ones we have are soft, like they're moist. So if they're really dry, the one you have, you would have to soak them a little bit in water, unfortunately, because you cannot keep the water, but you would have to do that. The next ingredient are medjool dates, and we need 70 grams. Same thing, our medjool dates are, they're very moist, so they will blend very easily. If yours are too dry, you would have to soak them. But remember that when you soak in water and you're not using that water, it means that you're losing flavor and nutrients. The last ingredients for that step one are the quinoa flakes. It could also be oat flakes. So we need to have 45 grams of that. And what we're doing now is the first step is to do all the dry ingredients, somewhat dry because the fruits are moist, but do all those ingredients before we add step two, you'll see in a minute. So 45 grams in our food processor. Now, the time that it will take to blend them, we want to reduce all of it, like all the ingredients will be reduced to the size of maybe like a lentil, kind of, about that size, a little lentil. And so it depends on your knife, how sharp your knife is. In our case, we'll go to be about 30, 40 seconds. Yeah, you can start. Okay, let's have a look. Oh yeah, that's perfect. See? That is perfect because we want it to be reduced small enough that it will hold together. Now, what's going to help as well to hold together is the tahini we have here and the maple syrup. So we'll add some. So 40 grams of tahini. And when Crystal adds it to the recipe, she's putting some, like dispersing it, not just in one place, so that when it blends, most of the ingredients still have some of the tahini. So 40 grams. And raw tahini, please, not roasted. Use raw tahini. Do the recipe as I'm teaching you at first, even though you have roasted tahini and it's tempted to use, don't do that. It's not going to taste the same. It really will fight with the other ingredients, the fact that it's roasted. And then the maple syrup is 10 grams. And the maple syrup I use is amber because I find that it has more flavor than the light color. It could even use dark because it is a recipe that has quite a bit of sweetness. And the last ingredient is the essential oil, and it's lemon. And the one we have is from 𝗏𝗏𝗃, and it's 8 drops. And 𝗏𝗏𝗃, yeah, and then, yeah, there you go. Comes out quite quickly. 𝗏𝗏𝗃, the oil is food grade, so you have to make sure that the oil is food grade. And then we mix again, of course. Now we want to mix all those wet ingredients with the first one.
And then how much time is time?
We'll go about 10 seconds,
okay,
because it's really just to mix the tahini and the maple syrup. There we go.
Oh, it smells good.
Yeah, with the lemon juice. Oh, it's yummy. Yeah. You can smell the lemon. And again, it's such a beautiful contrast, right? With the cherry and the lemon. It's awesome. Perfect. Excellent. Oh, and look at me. Yeah, it's great, Crystal. I took out the scale, but we need the scale. So, depending on what's going on at home, you might want to do them all the similar size. Otherwise you might have a little fight. Hey, your bite is bigger than mine. So we use the scale. I like to make them 20 grams in size. So I just grab, some of it here in my hand, and then in your hand you squeeze so that it already starts to clump together. Then you gently, from the bite, once you have it round, then again gently in your hand put it together. What there is also to know is that it will, when it cools down, it will firm up, because now it's just coming out of the food processor, so it still is somewhat fragile, but it will firm up as it cools down. But also it's easier to do the bites when you just, we have all those little bits. It's easier to do the bites when they just came out of the food processor, because they're still warm. It's easier that way to have them stick together when they just come out. So if you don't make them all, like you make some and you go, well, okay, I have enough, I'm going to make some later. When you're ready to make more, what there is to do is to put the mixture back into your food processor and warm it up before you put them together again. Because being cold, they won't stick. So put it back into your food processor and then it will stick. So you're at you did 140. Mm-hmm. We're incrementing by 20 grams here. There. And excellent.
And then what if you wanted to add, say, a nut or a seed?
Yes, that's an excellent idea, Christelle. So if you would like to add a nut, like in the center of it, let's say. So before you press the dough together, you put the nut, then you press the dough.
Around it?
If you were to add something on top, like it would be more like a pecan would work to add on top. A pumpkin seed, that would, yeah,
a goji berry.
A goji berry would be nice, like the color. So then you would gently hold in your hand and gently press. But I will just show you, just so you see. If I press too hard, you see how it comes apart? So you will have to gently press it. But it's possible to do that, yeah. And then, pumpkin seeds and goji, it's very much so
Christmas,
in Christmas, yeah.
I guess if you have enough real estate, you could do a little goji berry and then 2 little pumpkin seeds for leaves, so it kind of looks like a little holly.
Yeah.
Holly berries.
Yeah. You can make it bigger to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You could also shape it into an oval. It doesn't have to be shaped into a bite.
Kind of like a thumbprint cookie almost?
You can do a thumbprint cookie, yeah, because there you go, you shape it in your hand, as simple as that. Would you like to have a taste? Mm-hmm. Let's see what Christelle thinks of that. It's pretty delicious, isn't it? So there you are, simple as that.
It reminds me a bit of a fruit cake, but not as dry.
Good. So there you are, wonderful, gift idea. You will make everyone happy to whom you bring that over, that's for sure. And then, true, like Christelle is reminding me, Because I have, yeah. I'm being careful. Is you can make a little box like this to bring to friends. You see, those little boxes, they came from, you buy them online. It's very easy. Actually, I'll put the link in the post so you can, if you like.
Or at Michael's, maybe?
Michael's here, we are in Vancouver. We have Michael's. There are Michael's in the United States as well. You might have those in your area. But I'll put the link so you can see what those little boxes are about, and you might be able to find some in your area as well. So there you are.
Do you want to show this?
And
Little cups?
Christelle, oh, you want to show the little cups. Oh, those are lovely.
But maybe you wouldn't give these because these are silicone. But if you had like mini little paper cups like this, because it's not waxed on the inside. So if you put these direct, the oil from the tahini will stain the box.
Exactly.
So you would just want to put them inside, or you could line it with like parchment paper.
Yeah.
And then that would preserve the box from getting stained, and then you can give it to your loved one or friend or coworker that way.
Exactly. And like Crystal is showing, yes, there's silicone mold, but also those parchment paper little mold, they come in all sorts of colors. So depending on the occasion, you choose a color.
I'm sure they have like Easter themed ones, Christmas themed ones, birthday themed ones.
Yeah.
Probably fine. Like
yeah, exactly. They cover it all. So there you are. Love food that loves you back, and give food that is good for everybody. Treat yourself, treat your body. See you soon.